A few weeks ago, I did a video looking at Hasbro's retro collection Book of Boba Fett figures, and in that video, I bemoaned the fact that Hasbro was doing some really lazy repacks. Well, from reading the comments, I seem to have upset a number of these millennial Star Wars fans who are clearly Hasbros. So in this video, I will explain once and for all why Kenner did not do repacks back in the 80s. Stay tuned to find out more. Welcome back. Now, following on from my video looking at Hasbro's retro collection Book of Boba Fett figures, the comment section seems to have stirred up a bit of controversy with some of the millennial Hasbros. And in particular, they are accusing me of being a hypocrite because Kenner repacked figures all the time, which obviously is not the case. But I'm going to read this one particular thread that really bothers me. I'm going to save this guy the embarrassment. I won't name and shame him, but he wrote to me and said, Kenner repacked the same figure on card backs all the time. Farm Boy Luke outfit on every movie's card back. Boba Fett, same figure on Star Wars, Emperor Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi card backs. Always funny to hear OT purists complain about this when the holy Kenner did the entire history of the company pertaining to Star Wars figures. I wrote back, wrong. Kenner made sure all the figures were available all the time, which is completely different to the lazy repacks Hasbro does. He then says, how is Kenner releasing a Farm Boy look on an Empire Strikes Back card back and Return of the Jedi card back with a photo from A New Hope with the same accessories, not worse? Not a lazy repack because it's Kenner? The delusion here for the sake of complaining is ridiculous. Also, hilarious to complain about these figures yet purchase them. Way to stick it to Hasbro there. And I wrote back and says, good lord, did you even bother to read what I posted? Kenner did not do repacks. The entire line of figures was always available to purchase, and they just changed the card backs to reflect the latest movie. Please engage your brain before leaving comments on my channel. So clearly, these Hasbros are not taking on board what I'm telling them. And that is that from 78 to 84, all the figures were available all the time. That was always Kenner's intention, and it just so happened that with the release of each subsequent movie, they altered the card back to reflect that current movie, not a repack. Hasbro, whereby they release a figure, and I believe, because I'm not a modern collector, but I believe for the most part, they don't make enough of these, and they tend to sell out, so a year later, they reissue the same figure, but just on a different card back, because they know that these Hasbros are suckers for anything Star Wars, and they will buy it because it's on a different card back. That is called repacking. Kenner simply made all their figures available, and when the movies got updated, so did the card backs. Not the same at all, but these fools will never understand that. And I do love how they sort of refer to being an original trilogy purist as some kind of insult. Same thing where I've read comments where they've used my age as some sort of insult, and can't really help when I was born, but the funny thing is, in a decade or so, these idiots will be receiving the same abuse from, the kids who are in their teens at this moment in time, if indeed Star Wars remains popular. But there you go. Kenner did not repack their figures. Not hard to understand, but for some people, thinking doesn't come easy, I guess. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that quick revelation for you. If you did, leave a like, share it, make sure you're subscribed, and stay tuned for more videos from All Things 80s.